Yes, this is natural living soul brother Earl. Name of the show is Perception. As you see the sun here, it's such a lovely day outside. And I want to say lovely day to everyone. Today I want to discuss some things about knowing thyself or the light inside of you. We have attributed a lot of things to mythological deities or something outside yourself due to the colonization and the programming through a religion that got you searching for something outside of yourself. It's to know thyself. Inside of you, you have light. Say, for instance, the central nervous system. It provides you the programming, the conditioning of yourself. Then you have the mind, the body, and the soul, which is the sun and the moon inside of you. The Garden of Eve is inside of you. But you refuse or you don't want to know these things because you just believe. If I ask you, do you believe in a Jesus, Allah, whatever mythological deity it might be, and you say, yeah, do you know them? You'll say no, you just believe. Now let me ask you this question. Do you believe in your mother and father? You're gonna say, no, I know my mother and father. In other words, you cannot know and believe. If you believe, you don't know. And you're still dealing with a belief and you don't know. So it's really time to plumb the depth of self to see exactly how you function. You have seven chakras in your body. We're gonna deal with the lower chakra, which is the ego, the root chakra. This is ruled by fear. Understand this. Everything got negative, positive. They put things in you to keep you from discovering your powers or the light inside of you. As well as I share with you now. I share with you my perception of the truth. And the truth comes from my throat chakra, which is the color is blue. And this is the truth. But the truth is what make it light up, but it's blocked by lies. Today, the truth is coming out. You have the chakra as far as the crown chakra, which you receive information from the universe. Understand that your hair is like an antenna, and it picks up frequencies and vibrations, somewhat of knowledge if you're open to receive. But in the lower chakra is ruled by fear, and that can block everything because fear can keep you in captivity. Say, for instance, they put you in the jail. In the jail, you get a meal, place to sleep. The ego is the same way. The ego puts you in the realm of just doing what you want to do. It's still an imprisonment because you've been trapped inside of this avatar or this hologram here, this illusion. And you think that that is life itself, which you should know better. Because in the times that this has abandoned you and what you wanted really got you in the depths of despair, a state of being discombobulated, or just say in a bad way. You go to the universe, the pineal gland because you want insight. But you can't receive insight because you block it by ignorance. Each chakra has a force out here that blocks it from illuminating the light. Until you start realizing yourself, you'll never do ascension. Say you got the angel on this shoulder and the devil on that shoulder. You know how they feed you this. In actuality, devil, animal instinct. The angel, the wings. It soars over the lower desires of the so-called devil. All these things is what you are composed of. To give you a plain choice, or the name of the choice, is need and want. Say for instance, you go purchase a car. Say it's a used car. And you want to make sure that everything is running good. And the car is basically built off the way that the body functions. You got the water pump, you got the motor, you got the wheels, just like a body. It's just in a mechanical way that they devise the car, but the car is based off of you, the way you function and run. Everything you see is something inside of you in order for man to manifest it. Say you go to a religious institution and you say you go to the temple. I'm going to the temple today. Well, where's the temples? These are the temples right here. The temple of your body. Inside here, pineal. This temple has everything in it that you need. But in order for it to manifest, in order for it to work, you gotta know how to use it. Now going back down to the lower chakra, the fear, this keeps you in a cell, just like being in prison. And all you know is that. That's hell. So people sitting around here today and you always bringing what you want first. Then you go to what you need second. Everything has an order. When you succumb to the foolish desires of this ego, you're always going to be in hell for one simple reason. You have an insatiable desire. Because you always want. I want this, I want that, constantly. And then a lot of times, you can't even let go. Because you got so used to what you want, you don't know how to let go. So now, you caught up in this cell. You locked up in the foolish desires of the ego, known as hell. The heaven part of you, and when you are seeing over that, and you realize if you don't mind, it don't matter. You're not caught up on things. In order to get things you always doing, you're doing. Life is about being. Take the mask off. Take your ego off. Take the mask off. Be yourself. As I ground every day, I walk early morning, hug a tree, walk in the grass. Everything is being itself. Today, people don't know how to be themselves because you so used to doing what they tell you to do, to program you. You have lost yourself. Now they had something that just transpired. Everybody making a big hoopla about the eclipse. Did you see the eclipse? Well, I'm gonna give you my perception on it. The sun, electromagnetic energy. It wakes you up. The moon, magnetic energy. And that's why you rest at night. So supposedly, the two natures came together. But in darkness, you can have a flicker of a light and everything gonna show. So today, you need to start a flicker of a light. Wake up. Wake up. Now I'm gonna give some other information to elaborate on the body, the heaven, the hell, the sun, the moon inside of you, the temples. Worship your temple. You don't worship your temple here. You go over to some religious institution, some building, and say you worship that. Well, I be damned. What do you think that really is? It's ego driven. It's not your true temple. So we're gonna deal with the nervous system, cardiovascular system. I'm gonna give you some information. I'm gonna show you this skit, and it's gonna elaborate on what I'm sharing with you today. Today is almost like a teaching day for me, actually. But I do have something I need to ask. I need more followers on my Perception podcast. I say I may be up to so many, but you got to have, I think, 100 and something in order for the audience to start receiving information. I'm sharing a message with you that hopefully will enhance or enrich you to the point that you'll be able to know thyself. This is a natural living soul, Brother Earl. Name of the show is Perception. If you can subscribe, share, I would gladly appreciate it. That's the heart chakra. The heart chakra is love, but it's blocked by grief. So a lot of grief that we have, let it go. Open up. Let your chakras rule you. That's the essence of you. So I'm finna share some information with you that hopefully will make the story or the body more of an overstanding to you.